Welcome to Venus Transmissions. I'm Sat Avtar. This is our full moon meditation class and a discussion on what's going on with this month and the full and new moon. And I say full moon, we have two full moons this month. This month is powerful. It's very, very, very powerful. And you can already see the major themes coming up. First things first, venustransmissions.com for my 5-day voice course. This is a free voice activation course. And there's so much that we're doing this month about opening up the voice, opening up the sacral chakra and the lower chakras. And there's a lot of that going on in these new moons, and power to really move through this energy and opening our energy up. And I'll explain that in the breakdown of what's happening with the astrology. And on venustransmissions.com, you can also see my blog and find more information about my membership to Aquarian Yogi and readings and other programs that I have. AquarianYogi.net is my online Kundalini Yoga studio where you can practice deep meditation practices, full hour-and-a-half long Kundalini Yoga classes, spiritual teachings, everything to help propel us into this Aquarian age. So let's take a deep breath and tune into the energy of this full moon and this entire month. It's a powerful, powerful time. So this first full moon is in Aquarius, and then we have a new moon in Leo, and then we have another full moon at the end of the month, which is in Pisces. The combination of these, is huge. So the full moon is illuminating. It's shining a light. It's showing something. It's a pinnacle, a peak of energy, of a message, of something that's happening. And in Aquarius, again, we hear a lot about the Aquarian Age. What is this? Our consciousness is transforming. Our consciousness is coming into a state of connection, because we've been in separation, and we are coming in a deeper connection to our souls and manifesting more of that on this plane. And the Aquarian energy is all about, this energy coming into a space, your emotions. You want to, feel peace, harmony, connection, and it happens, this emotional awareness, this emotional processing, and you want to do it on a collective level. So that is why there is so much power in the collective during this time, and as we're in Aquarius. And something else to note is that we have Pluto in Capricorn, and then Pluto goes into Aquarius again. It was in Aquarius just for a short period of time in the beginning of the year. It went back to Capricorn, and Capricorn is a lot about those old structures. So what is happening right now that is breaking down old structures? The new moon in Leo. So Leo is our inner child. It's all about expressiveness and pride, but a good pride, and it wants to be in the world. It wants to express. It says, look at me. And then you go to the last full moon in Pisces. Pisces, again, is that the last sign of the zodiac, representative of a spiritual, accumulation, of our realization. And how these all interplay together is very powerful, especially Pisces and Aquarius energy. And then Leo shining in the middle in the new moon, when we can, when the new moon comes around, whatever you've processed from this time, take the time in the new moon to ground yourself into some new intentions, new energies, new perspectives. And I think we're really going to be able to feel that. I think, we're going to see something really shift coming up. One thing that's happening during this time is, as I was thinking about this, I saw something on the road, and it was a snake, but it wasn't alive. And, a snake is representative of transformation, of Kundalini energy, right? But the funny thing is that the snake was like up, it was frozen, and it had a stature to it, it didn't look like it was a dead snake, basically. And what came to me, Spirit communicated with me, was that this time, this moon, this time that we're in, and it's a wider time than just this particular full moon, our collective ability to transform has been hindered by the false idea of separation. So many people talk about Kundalini awakenings, awakening to your spiritual power. Well, why were we asleep in the first place? Why isn't it activated in more people? Why don't we have this spiritual power? It was showing me that this is what has been. And this is what we are addressing at this time. Our own victimization, our own lack of power, and the things that are happening now are awakening us. So that snake is awake and alive and like almost coming back from the dead, coming up and rising from that death, because this snake was, I was like, whoa, you're still there. I could feel it. I could see it. It was very, very powerful. We have in play the other aspects that have been happening, and these aspects were also during the French Revolution and the spiritual revolution at the end of the 20th century. And if you are watching, there are many similarities going on between these energies right now. And the other things that are happening are supporting that. So Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. Saturn is the teacher, the great teacher. It's lessons. It's what happens in life for us to carry us into new spaces and new birth and new time. And it's in Pisces, which is, again, that ultimate spiritual connection and expression, the power of these alignments. There were so many. Jupiter in Taurus. So Jupiter is an expansive planet. It's what we hold. This finger is the Jupiter finger. It's the connections to heavens, Jupiter and the ego. And it augments things. It usually means luck and openness. And this Jupiter in Taurus, it's all about financial security, stability, finding our stability and knowing that we need that in life, that we should have that in life, that is a right to have it. And what is preventing us from being financially secure? That is a huge theme. All of the strikes that are happening, and there are more to come. This isn't going to be an easy thing in a day. What is happening right now serves all of us, because instead of looking at people, who are exploiting others, exploiting creativity, there's the other aspect of, why is so much importance being put on artificial intelligence? When do humans get to realize how beautiful and powerful they are? And are we going to let a literal handful of people tell us our worth? That is the message of this time. That is why this is happening. And realization of our power through claiming our place, claiming and saying that our souls are more powerful and important than this. When you have job postings of $1 million for an AI creator and you're not paying so many people and you're exploiting their work, we are being pushed to a point of forcing us to do something about it. And we're seeing that in the collective. We're seeing it being voiced. And this energy of Aquarius, the collective energy, the power of the collective when united. This journey for our emotional satisfaction. And right now that theme of Jupiter makes this journey that we're going to, seeking financial security, knowing we deserve stability in life. It's through an expansive energy. It's through love. It's not through worry or fear. It's through the expansive emotional connectivity and interactivity and sustainability and diversity within that structure, within that placement. And that is going to come through. And we also have, there was interesting, Mars is in Virgo, trine Jupiter, and parallel to Venus. Venus is in Leo retrograde. So Mars and Mercury is also in Virgo, trining Jupiter and parallel to Venus. So the symbol of Mars is the masculine symbol. It's the energy that's going out. It's the energy that's expressive. And in Virgo, it brings a practical, pragmatic energy to it. Trine Jupiter, which is like one of the most powerful alignments, and parallel to Venus. Mars and Venus together, again, these symbols of polarity, of tantric energy, of masculine, feminine balancing. This is masculine and feminine coming together in a practical, pragmatic, real, manifested way. Trine Jupiter, like full augmentation of this expansiveness and luck. And that tantric energy, that balancing the polarities, is the basis of what is healing us. That's why it's so important to balance the masculine and feminine. And you hear this, a lot in healing circles. The word tantric. Tantric just means balancing feminine and masculine energy. That's at the core of it. It's the energy within us and the interplay of that energy. It's like for you to manifest beautiful relationships in your feminine, you have to have the masculine balanced. The outward experience of the patriarchy, if women are carrying imbalances of masculine energy and it just perpetuates and perpetuates and perpetuates, we're going to keep holding in the manifestation of a toxic patriarchy. But when we as women start to heal that within ourselves, things start to change, because that's how the world is affected by consciousness. And same for the masculine. You want empowered women, you have to let your women be empowered. You have to heal what is toxic within yourself. And then look to the mother and give. There's a beautiful video of Patrick Swayze who's talking about dancing. And when you dance with a woman, you give her everything. You give your partner everything. And when you do that, it's like she moves, she shines, she creates, she's a goddess, she's expansive. And that's when a man looks the best, when he is giving to his woman in grace. But we have to first feel it and know that we deserve it. So Venus retrograde is a time to see where we are lacking here. And in Leo, Leo is supporting us, because that's also the inner child. And we can connect with our inner child, and that's what we need to heal. That's where the dysfunctional relationship, toxic ideas to the masculine comes from. And that Leo's also that masculine energy. So these alignments are just So, so, so powerful. And Sun in Leo squared Jupiter, Moon in Aquarius. A square creates a tension. So this Jupiter energy, this augmentation energy, is squaring with the Sun and Leo, and then with the Moon in Aquarius. These are magnificent energies at play and work. And I mean, when I looked at the chart, I was just like, whoa, what a powerful introduction to the month of August and the astrology, and the fact that we have two moons. And also, let's think of, it's the 8th month. It's the 8th month. It's a powerful numerology. And some of the other numerology at play, the number 9 came up, and the number 9 is the hermit, contemplation. But number 9 also resonates with spirituality and spiritual energy and, wisdom. So this full moon, these themes are already so active, and it's going to be really interesting to see this month what happens. Someone did some research, and I saw at every writer's strike that has affected, around those times the market has been affected. And obviously this is so connected to our financial security and what's going on with Jupiter in Taurus. How is that going to play out? Because the truth is, the financial system is a system that is a reflection of our consciousness. And when you take the victimization out of the equation and you no longer feel victimized by it, you can feel your interaction to it as a soul energy. And then you can start to say, well, I want to manifest this, and I'm going to keep my energy and my belief system in the belief of a future and a now that provides solutions. Realizing that we are the creator, and knowing that when we start to shift our beliefs, things shift for us, and that is like a domino effect and a tidal wave that goes outward. Because the truth is, we are at a huge turning point, and it's almost like we're really, really recognizing that things have not been right for a long time. And now everyone is really starting to come together. And hopefully will come, the foundation that has been built over the last century, that has brought people into a more expansive consciousness than, say, 100 years ago or 200 years ago, 300 years ago during these revolutions. There is such a large part of the population that is spiritually inclined, that is getting connected, that understands what the ego is, that has been working on themselves. The people coming to this planet, it's a different scenario. It's like what we've been doing with healing trauma. We replay it, and until we process it, witness it, and recognize it, that's when we move into something else. So there's enough population, enough people on the planet that understand this, that are living in this time, that it's not going to be like anything that we've seen. It's going to be different. And it's exciting. And yes, at times we can feel fear about what's going to happen, but realize that fear is an old fear. And when you're connected, there's major energy of synchronicities here, and the support of that with the trine aspects. Trust and do what you can to stay in a vibration and work with your beliefs to feel and stay expansive, because that is where the change happens, and that we can connect to that energy, that we are in the flow, connected, expanded. and watch what can happen for us, and be strong, because, you know, even the people that we don't see eye to eye with, those are our brothers and our sisters. We are all in this together. We truly are all in this together. And it's time for us to come together as a collective in that Aquarian energy and address the collective trauma, the collective emotions, so that we can come together stronger. So keep being love. I got a song from Spirit last week. All you need is love. I think if there's no one you can heal that can't be healed. So think of yourself. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. So what would you like to do? Again, you can join my training on venustransmissions.com to awaken your voice, your power, your wisdom, connect to your intuition. Kundalini Yoga is a profound practice for opening up the intuition, strengthening the nervous system, the endocrine system, so that we can expand into our truth. AquarianYogi.net to sign up for my membership, monthly or yearly. You can try it for free as a trial and reach out to me for one-on-one coaching. I would love to speak to you, to work with you, to see if we fit. Sat Nam.